Hi everyone, happy August. It feels like just a few days ago when we were talking with you about the midway of summertime, July 4th. And now here we are on the very first day of the last full month of summer. Where does the time go? We've been talking all summer long about God's thoughtful details. At the beginning of June, I was talking about the way that God was showing me his thoughtful details all throughout our vacation, my vacation with my husband. And Sue, you were also sharing just a couple of days ago about the way that you've been seeing God's thoughtful details all throughout the summer, right?
And yes, Linda, I did. The truth is, God uses his thoughtful details in each of our lives to remind us of his intimate presence and his great love for us. It's just one of the many ways, one of the many elements he uses to invite us into fellowship. And that's why we write about it in our book, The Sublime Soiree, God's Invitation to the Party of Your Life.
One of the most thoughtful details that we see in Scripture is God's invitation to rest. In the book of Genesis, we see that the very first thing that God invited Adam and Eve to do after he created them was to rest. The final verses of Genesis 1 show God creating man and woman in his image and then giving them every green plant for food. It was the sixth day. Then Genesis 2:1 starts out, on the seventh day, God finished his work that he had done, and he rested on the seventh day from his work that he had done.
We also see in Scripture, Linda, that during Jesus' earthly ministry, he invited his disciples to come away with him to a quiet place and rest.
Yes.
He extended that invitation to everyone in Matthew 11 when he said, "Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest." God not only knows we need rest, he loves giving it to us.
Friends, our book and many of our messages over the last 3 years have celebrated, rightly so, God's hospitality to us and how we can pass the plate of his invitations to others. Because it really is true that the moment we say yes to his invitations, we also are given the privilege of inviting others to join us. But we cannot pour out hospitality very easily from a dry cup. As you just said, Sue, rest is a gift from God, and he built it into his creation. So, are we thoughtfully building it into our schedules?
Now, Linda, we both know that there are seasons that sometimes God calls us to pour out his love and grace when we feel dried up.
Yeah.
But here is another beautiful truth about God. What he calls us to, he will equip us for. So friends, while we're certainly encouraging you to build rest into your schedules, we also want to say, trust God wherever you find yourself. If your cup feels empty and God's call seems huge, trust that he will make a way. If it seems small, trust that you're right where you need to be, and he'll provide.
That is such a good caution for us, Sue, particularly at this point in the season, because honestly, for many families in America, August is the month for gearing up. We are stepping back into a busier, more structured schedule. Trusting that God will give us what we need is a great place to be. We're going to be talking a little bit more about that tomorrow on our blog, so do come back to the Sublime Soiree.
The Sublime Soiree, speaking of that, you can become a subscriber by being the first to receive these blogs just by signing up on our website. Follow the simple prompt. And in the meantime, we do pray that your week is sublime and that you live each day free above the fray. Thank you.
Bye, everybody.